Alright, welcome to part 5 of Mischief Makers. In this part we'll be doing some of the levels with the most annoying gold gems in the game, starting with the day of. 100-meter dash is the event you need for the gold gem. You have to try to beat the record of 11 seconds and it's nearly impossible. It's pretty hard on an emulator with save states, but it's nearly impossible on the actual game. Yeah, I'm not doing it this time, I know that much. Just a quarter of a second too slow. Probably won't be getting any of the gold gems for these levels until... if I go back and do bonus parts, I might get some of them, but that's a stretch because those gold gems are really hard to get. The level itself is pretty easy to win. You have like 3 different dash events and they're all pretty much the same except different distances. So this part's kind of repetitive. I have to do the exact same dash but for 200 meters. And they're extremely easy to win. And I don't know why I started early that time. If anything, I should have started early on the last time because that's the only one where starting on the right time actually makes any difference. Like, I'll just give everyone a head start to show how easy it is. Okay, there's about 2 seconds of a head start for everyone else. Okay, maybe this was a bad idea. Yeah, I'm starting to think it was, but... no, I still won, no problem. I was cutting it a little close for a little bit there, but I still won. Now for 400 meters. This one will probably take about 40 seconds to finish. 40 to 45, I'd estimate. It may be more, I don't really know for sure. Everybody else is so far behind right now, it's not even funny. Yes, it was between 40 and 45 seconds. Just a little over 43 seconds. They skipped to the end of the race because if we were waiting for everybody else to finish, it would have taken another 20-30 seconds. Now that we're finally done with the running events, we can do some different events, like the long jump. I think the way you win this is by doing the longest individual jump, and it doesn't matter how long both of your jumps combined are. And like most of the events, it's pretty easy to win. World record is now 503. he gets 336 on his second jump, so Marina wins another event, like all of them. The white team is up 80 points to 40. Now the ball event is kind of an odd event. Basically you just pick up a clan pot and try to catch the balls that are your team's color, which is the white team. Everybody will be throwing them. You have to try to avoid the red ones and the bombs. I don't know why people are throwing bombs in an athletic festival, but I guess that's just how clansers do things. Alright, I got 2. I missed that one. Didn't mean to do that. And now it's close again because I threw a pot by accident. I don't think there's any point to shaking it in this event. Ah, jeez. I think this is probably the hardest event, but even so, you can still make a few mistakes. Just not that many, not as many as I made, apparently. Basically, if you drop the pot, you're gonna lose out on a lot of points, which will happen if you get hit by a bomb or a spike or anything. Or if you accidentally throw it, which I also did. Basically, all of those are the reasons I wound up losing that. I'll still win the festival, no problem, though. Hurdle event is pretty easy because you can actually fly. There are no rules against it. You kind of have to at least jump to get over the hurdle, so might as well not be any rules against flying. But it makes it really easy to beat that guy who can't fly. This is definitely one of the longer levels in the game, but there's just one more event. Math Fun, which is the oddest event in the athletic festival. Not sure where they decided to come up with the idea of putting a math game in the athletic festival, but it's pretty easy to win this one too. I remember when I had an emulator, the questions wouldn't even show up, so I had to guess, and I was still able to beat this guy just because he's so slow. I mean, he starts his answer after you're already finished yours. Most of the time, anyway. Okay, I messed that one up. Okay, I guess the arrow there resets your whole answer instead of just part of it. Even so, though, he only got one question. And I got 8 of them, so there must be like a total of 9 for some reason. And that's the end of the level. It says there I got an A rank with 2 minutes and 55 seconds, but I guess it doesn't count like the text or anything because I'm pretty sure that level just took about 10 minutes. And the white team wins the athletic festival. But the prize is missing and this cat shows up instead. This cat has shown up to destroy Marina in a game of dodgeball. Because Lunar kidnapped the professor. Dodgeball rules. Rule 1, throw the ball and hit the opponent. It's a fairly obvious rule, but... Oh yeah, and you should also try to avoid being hit by the ball. That's another rule. This cat throws incredibly weak, so odds are you won't even have to worry about getting hit. It's a fairly easy gold gem to get if you don't cheat in this level. You just have to not get hit and not step over the line until the end, when you have to talk to the cat. Yeah, there's a gold gem. For a second there, I thought it was completely wrong and I wasn't getting the gold gem. There's a B rank, and now for the boss of Mt.Snow, Cerberus Alpha. One of the hardest gold gems in the game. You have to beat the entire boss without getting hit once. Find the boss hard enough to beat in the first place. When you accidentally land on the missiles, that just makes it harder. It'll make some attacks easier to dodge, but... if you get hurt too much, you can grab some of the attacks he does and take gems out of him. And I just got hit, so no gold gem for me in this level. Had to expect that though. And I got hit again, and his attacks do quite a good amount of damage. I'm actually doing even better than I expected, but that's still nowhere close to being able to get the gold gem. And for the last stage, at least I think this is the last stage of the boss, you take this gun and you have to jump over him a bunch of times and shoot him. Try to avoid him as much as you can by jumping over him. Apart from that, there isn't much else to it. Anytime he hits you, you'll drop the gun, which makes everything a lot harder. Since it's hard to pick it up when it's bouncing around and that guy's right there. And that's the end of the boss battle. Now just try imagining doing that without getting hit even once. I can't even do that without losing an entire life bar. It's like, that's hard enough. Not getting hit once, I don't think I'd ever be able to do, but if I do bonus parts for this playthrough, I will try, but I definitely will not promise it will be done. And we rescued the professor and threw him away again. There's the tip that basically says what I already knew about getting the gold gem by not getting hit by the boss. I think some more useful tips would be how to not get hit. You got a C rank for that. It's really bad. Considering that's as fast as I could possibly go in that battle. Lunar is injured and put in some health machine. The assignment falls to Taurus, who's supposed to kidnap the professor but doesn't actually do it. Because the three justice heroes, I think they were called, they're all complete idiots. And don't take assignments very well. Maybe they were the Justice Warriors. The members of the Beast Sector. Now the professor loads up with tons of missiles in his home, which is supposed to protect him against kidnappers. But really it doesn't seem that safe. And obviously not Marina shows up and tells the professor to play hide and seek, basically. And after running around the house a bit, the professor gets led outside. And Marina comes back to notice the professor is missing again. That voice clip makes pretty much no sense in this context, but it's funny nonetheless. Those missiles bounce all over the place as Marina runs out of the house. And I'll do one more level for this part, that level being Rolling Rock. Which basically, just as it sounds, you have to run away from a rock that rolls down these hills. Stupid Clancer's in the way. The gold gem is there, but I almost got hit by the rock, but then I didn't get hit by the rock, but I still fell off the level, so I have to start off anyway. Start over, I mean. Lucky it's not a very long level. Just go through here again. Oh wait, I think this is the end of the level. can kind of tell the 2 stars look somewhat different. And that's the end of Rolling Rock and the end of part 5 of this playthrough.